Hello, I'm Zack.
I'm Zubeyir.
And welcome to our Tea Circle.
Today we are going to talk about a question that came to us. Can God create something bigger than Him?
Okay, so it's a good question. What do you think about it?
It's a tricky question. It requires that you fully understand whatever you know about religion, belief, and God. You have to understand God first in order to compare something to Him, bigger than God.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So yes, so first we need to understand God and what kind of qualities He has to know what is bigger or smaller than Him. Okay. So then, let's focus on that first.
Okay, please.
So I think we all understand that, or we've heard from somewhere that God's bigness is absolute. He is the biggest.
Okay, yeah,
okay,
sure.
That's a conclusion, but how do we reach that conclusion? I mean, it seems, for example, that this is big.
You're saying we should understand the absolute of bigness.
We need to get, how do we understand that He is the absolute biggest, or He is the absolute one who is big?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a tricky way to say it. But anyway, how do we get to that conclusion? It's a conclusion that we need to get to first. So how do we reach that conclusion is important.
Okay.
So maybe we need to start by looking at the things around us. I can give an example. This glass of tea, for example, is small.
Yeah.
This teapot is?
According to it, bigger, yeah.
There's the key. What did you say?
According to the key, glass.
Exactly. According to the teapot, this is small. According to the glass, the teapot is big.
Yep.
Then, according to me, the teapot becomes?
Smaller.
Small. And we can keep going, the galaxies, stars, whatever. But we can't say, for example, that this, or better yet, the teapot is big by itself.
The teapot cannot be big. Cannot have this property for himself.
Yeah, we can't assign bigness to the teapot without
something else.
Something else to compare it to.
Yep.
Okay, that's the first step.
That's great.
Okay. So then let's once we realize that all of the things that we call big or small in this universe are all relatively big.
They're not absolute.
Yes, and they're not absolute. They are relative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their bigness are relative to.
Yes. This is big relative to what?
To the table, for example.
Yes, or to the glass, or to whatever. Whatever is smaller than it. So that means that we can't assign a bigness to it. Why? Because compared to me, or compared to you, this is small.
Yeah.
That means this is both big and small at the same time. That's a contradiction.
Well, yeah, true.
Okay, so we can't call it big absolutely. We can't call it big by itself. Because it is its opposite at the same time. It makes no sense. It's a contradiction. So I think that's the first part, that we need to understand the things in here that we see are relatively big.
Yeah.
Okay? So then God, which we consider to be the infinite one, the absolute one, right? The biggest one, we say.
Biggest, yeah.
Okay, so, but now the biggest means, is He something that we can compare with?
If He's absolutely big.
Is it possible to compare absolutely? Is it possible?
Then the question becomes, could there be any number bigger than infinite?
Yes, it's the same question.
Yeah.
Is infinity a number?
Isn't it?
No.
Why not?
Infinity is a concept. If we look at it from a mathematical perspective, the number 1 or the number 1,000 compared to infinity are equal. You can't say that 1,000 is closer to infinity than 1 is.
Well, it would be meaningless, yeah.
It's meaningless. So that means that we can't compare 1 to infinity and 1,000 to infinity. They both have an equal relationship with it.
Then you say infinity is not a number.
Exactly. Infinity is a concept.
Because you cannot get close to it.
Exactly. I mean, you can't keep counting 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., and eventually get to infinity. It makes no sense.
You cannot do that.
So the same thing goes then with God. When we say He's the biggest, it's actually not a...
this is not a comparison.
No, not at all. We are comparing the things that we see in creation with each other And then, just like infinity, all of their relationships together are the same. And this glass is as big
or small
as
the universe.
As the universe.
According to him.
According to him, yes.
Wow.
So when we say that God is the biggest, it's actually not a way of comparing.
It doesn't mean God is bigger than all of the... No, it's infinite.
Yes.
It's absolutely big. He's absolutely big.
It means that this doesn't have any bigness whatsoever. This doesn't have any bigness whatsoever in its reality.
Yeah.
But, so these are not big. You're not big, I'm not big. The galaxy isn't even big in its reality because it needs to be compared to something else.
Yes.
Okay? And if you want, can God create a bigger stone or a bigger anything than him? It makes no sense because the things that he creates aren't even big in the first place.
The question is the same as can I have a number bigger than infinity? No.
No, because
it doesn't logical.
The question itself is wrong.
It is not.
I mean, it's a wrong question because, one, when we understand infinity is not a number, can you have a number bigger than infinity? You can't ask that question in reality. Well, infinity is not a number in the first place for something to be bigger than it.
I think we got the question.
Okay. So then I guess we can stop for now.
Okay.
Okay.
See you next time. Put down some comments if you have, or ask some questions.
Thank you very much. See you next time.